Things are really hotting up at the Tokyo Butter 23 sneaker channel, and that was evident yesterday when Shoe Butter made a triumphant return right here for the first time in 2 years. One of the major shoe tubers of all time, dropping content for your man Tokyo Butter 23. I really appreciate that. Definitely check out that video just as soon as you're finished watching this one. If you want to see one of the greatest sneaker collectors of all time and hear what his plans are for the future and my channel, definitely check out that video. I've been to his shoe apartment, I've seen his shoe collection, and it is second to none. Absolutely second to none. Things like the Adidas Parley prototype. I mean, it's not even a sample, it's a prototype. It's quite incredible. So yesterday, amazing to have Shoe Butter back, and on my channel no less. I can't believe that. But I do say my videos recently with Shoe Butter's tie-up that we're keeping the sneakers front and center, and I want to make sure that we do that. And today the sneakers that we're keeping front and center are the Nike Lebron 17. I can't believe there's 17 Lebrons out there. It's amazing that his line has gotten so big and gone so long. And I'm going to bring you my impressions, my first impressions about the Nike Lebron 17s. There's two particular colorways. One's a sort of futuristic colorway, and the other one's a black-white kind of colorway, much more subtle and toned down. And I've got questions about the drop dates and everything from September the 19th to October the 3rd that I'm not sure where these have dropped, if they've dropped yet. Maybe they dropped in America and not here in Japan yet, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to be bringing you my impressions of these two colorways of the Nike Lebron 17. This is a Tokyo Butter 23 sneaker channel. Tokyo Butter 23 sneaker channel des mainichi upsurino de mainichi mite kudasai. And every single day I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker reviews, sneaker releases, and sneaker news. And today it's the Nike Air. Is it Air? I don't know. It's the Nike Lebron 17s that we're looking at. And straight off the bat, I'm going to be full disclosure with you. I've looked at a lot of sneakers over the last year because of my channel. And I don't have like a definitive encyclopedic knowledge of sneakers, but I do have my own opinions, and I don't mind sharing them with you, and I don't mind you sharing your opinions with me, and we have a dialogue about it. And if you do drop a comment down below that doesn't agree with me, you'll be sure to get a comment from me that just talks about it. It's not a conflict, it's just a sharing of different opinions. And I say that because I often feel that the Lebron line borrows too much from other sneaker lines. There's a little bit too much, I'm just going to say borrowing, because that's as delicate a word as I could think of without being too controversial, because I see too many echoes of other lines in LeBron's shoes. We're going to talk about that today. But before that, this is a sneaker channel on YouTube, and YouTube channels need subscribers, so please do hit that subscribe button down below. And as I am here in Japan, I do say at the start of every one of my videos, Toroku yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Kochira no toroku no buttonをクリックすると、登録のウィンドウが開けるので、そのウィンドウで登録をぜひお願いします。Okay, so I was saying about how the LeBron line borrows from places. Now, the first thing to look at is that it says, there's a big tag on the back that says remove before launch, I think. I think I'm right in saying it says remove before launch. Whereas on a pair of Paul George 3s, I think they were PG3s, the PG3 NASAs, there was a big tag just like that that said remove before flight. I think I'm getting that the right way around. If it's the other way around, I apologize, but I think it was that. And that's an example of like what I was saying about the Lebron line borrowing from other places. The Foamposites were, I think, the first shoe to have that remove before flight or remove before launch on it. And just because the Lebron line has changed one word, I still think it's a little bit too close to what somebody else has done before. And that's echoed in the futuristic colorway on the lacing system there. I think, personally, one of the biggest mistakes in sneaker history was when the Jordan line tried to recognize the fact that Michael Jordan had moved into the front office and was no longer playing by putting covers, lace covers, on a bunch of Jordans in the latter teens, I think 16s, 17s, and 18s maybe. I'm not sure if all three, I think they all had like this cover that could go over the lacing system and make the shoe more uniform, which then would look more like a sort of corporate front office thing, apparently. I think it was a disaster. But that's just me. Opinions may vary. You might like them. Feel free to disagree and comment down below, or feel free to agree, actually. But then here we see on these LeBron 17s a lace cover. And it does look kind of cool, especially with that sort of futuristic colorway on there. But it's still a nod or a wink at the Jordan line. I just can't get away from that sort of, I don't know, the echoes of other silhouettes, other sneakers that seem to come through on the LeBron sneakers quite a lot. I remember thinking that with early LeBrons and Jordan 9s and 10s, there was an awful lot of sort of overlap between the two sneakers. So, and that's what we see here again. Now, there are some things on these that I like very much. I really, really like the outsoles. They seem to have, it's almost like a futuristic skin effect all across the bottom of the outsole there, which I think is really, really cool. They also have speckled swooshes, especially seen right here on the black and white colorway that's dropping, which is another cool sort of feature. And then the upper and the materials the upper is made from is going to lend to some really funky colorways coming down the line. I'm sure you're going to see some really interesting mixes of color in that upper there. So there are a lot of pluses to these sneakers, and they do look pretty good. And I think performance-wise, they're going to be a step in the right direction, especially with that sort of, like I say, skin effect on the outsole. That's one of my favorite features of the sneaker. I think it looks really good, but it's also going to offer that sort of performance. And then I also think the way that they've sort of designed the air unit to sort of meld together in certain places is also going to be a big performance effect that's going to go down well with the basketball players out there and people who use these for basketball rather than fashion and lifestyle. So all in all, though, they're a cool looking sneaker. It's hard for me to detach other silhouettes from other brands and other lines from these in particular. But that doesn't mean to say that they're not cool and they're not a great looking sneaker and they're not going to sell well. But tied into all that is the bad year that the Lakers had and the middle into average year that LeBron had in the court. Without the big numbers on the court, you're not going to get big numbers in the sales of Nike. So next year, LeBron and the Lakers collectively have to bring it. Otherwise, the LeBron Nike sneaker line could suffer. Okay, it's time for me to sign off. Say thanks for checking out my content. Remember to check out that video Shoe Butter and I dropped yesterday. It's a big moment for me and my channel to have Shoe Butter there. And not only that, but to have him suggesting that he would drop me content in the future as well, which is just amazing. If we can get content from that shoe apartment on the Tokyo Butter 23 sneaker channel, it'll be an amazing thing to see. So looking forward to that in the future. Feel free to check that video out. Definitely, it's an epic return to form for Shoe Butter. Glad to see him back on YouTube. For now, though, it's time for me to sign off. Thank you guys for checking out my content. I do this every single day, which is a chore, but I don't mind doing it because I love sneakers and I love talking about sneakers. And because I do it every single day, I get to confidently say at the end of every single one of my videos that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.